Is this supposed to have any medical value? You know, healing, protection.
Oh, you're that guy.
You get the Behr to honor the spirits of your tupuanga who were before you. You get it to honor your father.
Well, then I guess it's not for everyone.
And the pain of the tattoo, it changes you. You breathe into it, you accept it, and you learn from it.
We're not gonna do that, okay? I won't get into it. Save that for later. But you know what it is, man. Welcome back to the Starter Kit, man. Oh, hello, Marcus. I'm here with Uso Lance.
What up?
You know what I'm saying? Yesterday we watched The Tattooist, right? Comes out in 2007, or it came out in 2007, and it's our first horror movie, right? The first Samoan horror movie that should like spark interest in a lot of people, but like, bro.
How scared were you when you watched it?
On a scale of 1 to 10, like a solid 0, bro. Because, bro, it wasn't scary at all. And I feel like a lot of like horror movies nowadays aren't really that scary to me anyway. Like I sometimes they're pretty funny in how serious they take themselves. But this one took itself very seriously, and it just did not. It didn't work. It
did not land.
Yeah, it didn't land for me. There wasn't anything funny either. There wasn't like anything ironically funny. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and on top of that, it didn't scare the shit out of me. So, you know, fuck, damn it.
Yeah, I was really excited because like I didn't know a lot of Samoan or New Zealand or Pacific Islander horror movies, and I'm sure there are people listening to this, right? Like, there's so many Islander horror movies. Please let us know in the comments your favorite island horror movies so we can watch that, because this one, not that scary. It did come out 17 years ago now. That's damn, crazy. It's 2024. That's crazy. But yeah, this was another film produced or helped commissioned by the New Zealand Film Commission, and also in conjunction between the two governments of New Zealand and Singapore to be doing some connecting movies. So maybe that was a part of it too. But as far as like the staffing, directed, what is this guy's name?
Peter Behr.
Directed
by Peter Behr. Like, that doesn't sound Samoan at all. But, you know, I digress.
Written by Matthew Granger, Jonathan King, also English sounding names.
You know what I'm saying? If his name was like Ioane King or something, or Mateo, or, you know, Matayo, bro.
Matthew, some sort of Samoan name, but even the protagonist in this is an American white male, played by Jason Behr. This also stars Robbie, Magasiva, David Fane, Nathaniel Lees, is all different roles, but
the best parts of the movie. Let me just throw that in there.
Absolutely.
Best parts of the movie.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely. But yeah, the synopsis of this movie, The Tattooist, came out in 2007. A young artist unknowingly plays a role in releasing a deadly spirit as he attempts to learn tattoo, a Samoan tradition of tattooing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, unknowingly. The cake is a POS. We was just talking about this.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, he brought all of this strife upon himself, bro. He did it because he's a liar and a deceiver and a grifter. You know? Great liar.
Let's get into this guy's story and how we have to help this white man fix his life.
Yeah.
Once he throws it off the rails, but
God damn! How come white tourists be going to other countries trying to steal everything, and then they wonder why bad things happen to them? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't be stealing cultural, traditional artifacts and tools. Oh man.
So the movie
let's get into it.
Yeah, man. The movie starts off with text on the screen, right? And it reads, "The Samoan people believe tattooing is a gift from the gods. He who misuses this gift brings shame upon himself and his family. Brings shame. Shame. In Samoan culture, to live in shame is a fate worse than death." I don't know, man. I feel like death is a pretty, pretty bad fate. Just throwing that out there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't have to deal with shame when I'm dead.
So we get some real crazy superlatives here. Yeah. But yeah, shame is gonna definitely be revisited throughout this story.
Yeah.
What do we got? We got actor names on the screen bleeding like ink kind of through the intro as we set up into Singapore. Yeah. Oh, this is the movie starts with like a kind of creepy scene. There's like a man walking down the stairs into a basement and he's got a knife in his hand and he's calling for Jacob. Jake, I know you're here. And he finds him. And this little, how old do you think Jake is at this time?
He looked like maybe 12, 13. You know,
like
12, 13, something like that. Yeah, he was just hiding away from this man who was calling out for him. And you learn that was his father, his very religious father. And then he goes to Jacob and he's like, show me your arm. Show me your arm. Was it a real tattoo? I was trying to figure out if that was real or if that was a non-permanent one.
Yeah, that was another note that I was thinking, like, these tattoos look fake. Like in the movie, as far as like movie special effects tattoos, what they paint on them. Yeah. It looks a little different than like actual tattoos. So I think it was real. It was supposed to be real in the movie. Like the kid went and got a tattoo and it was like some patterns and stuff, but it was also had a pentagram in the middle of it. So the religious dad is freaking out. He's like, oh, I know what it is. It's, from the devil. We got to get that off of you. Get that off of you.
You know what I'm saying? But also my thing is, bro, like if you knew your dad was that religious, why would you tattoo the pentagram on your friggin' arm like that?
Yeah.
You can't hide that shit forever. Dumb. I know you're 12 or 13 years old, but you're dumb.
Maybe
Jake.
Yeah, maybe he didn't know like the full like what the pentagram means or what it's connected to. He was just like, oh, look, a cool star or something. Yeah. But the religious dad puts that knife to use. Oh man. Yeah. Well, you don't really see it, and the acting is not really lining up with the
it's a little hammy. They're hamming it up, bro.
Yeah, the religious dad cuts off the tattoo on his forearm, like peels the skin off. And then adult Jake wakes up later in his hotel room or apartment, and you see that scarred piece of the forearm. It's all mangled up and scarred over now that he's an adult.
He's out here showing ass and shit.
He immediately walks to the window, the full-length window, butt naked. Yeah. He's got tattoos all over him. Just like showing his dick to Singapore.
Yeah.
Just standing there. Yeah, for real. Yeah, so that's our like beginning intro to the movie, and then we start rolling into it. He goes to a client's house to do a tattoo. Yeah. It's a older Asian man, and Jake's like, all right, where do you want to do this tattoo? And he was like, upstairs, my son is over here. He's like, what are you talking about? So he goes up. The son is sick. He's like in bed. He looks ill. There's a bunch of different things in the room that are like spiritual healing type stuff. Yeah. And the dad is saying, I need your tattoo to heal my son, who is sick. So Jake goes to work after taking the payment. He's using like a regular tattoo gun, and he's putting this tattoo on this kid that like the monks of the family or the community would not put on him. So this yeah, like the dad was like, my son's sick, he needs a tattoo. The monks wouldn't do it, so I need you to do it. And Jake's like, oh, it's not, I don't want to do tattoos on kids, but he gives him money, and Jake's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, here's your price, yeah.
Yep, and he takes it, starts doing the tattoo, and apparently this tattoo is supposed to heal the kid or heal the client somehow. So the kid, he's sick, he weakly asks, is this going to work? And Jake reassures him, yeah, this is going to make you okay. And don't even worry about it. You're going to be all right. Yeah. Quickly leaves after that. Did you get the sense that he was embarrassed or anything? I thought he left like real quick, like he bounced out of there.
Yeah,
He felt uncomfortable.
Yeah, definitely felt uncomfortable, bro. And he was definitely lying to the dad, saying that it'll be all right because you learn later on he doesn't believe in what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
oh my god.
Yeah, he's over here trying to preach about how his tattoos heal people and stuff. And there was like an article about it in the movie too. It's like, bro, you're a friggin' liar, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, maybe embarrassment, but more like, yeah, okay, I got to get the hell out of here before they figure out that I'm full of shit.
Yeah. When we find out that like he doesn't even believe in his healing tattoos, which is like his calling card, that's when you like see Jake like as a grifter, just like taking advantage of people who believe in that his work is gonna actually work.
Yeah.
But we go to the tattoo shop. We see that newspaper article that someone wrote about him. Tattoos that heal? Column. And a client is super skeptical about how his tattoos heal, but he convinces them, look, you want to heal your wrist? I just got to put this tattoo on you, okay?
Yeah.
Gets his money and all that. But yeah, you can see that it's just a job. He's trying to make money. And it's like, yeah, grifty, like taking advantage of people.
Yeah. Yep.
Um,
And so from there, he what is it? He's out and he's in the market getting his food or whatever, and then he sees a girl at the bar, right?
yeah.
And introduces another main character of the story, Cena, right? Straight from New Zealand, Samoan girl, and they immediately take a liking to each other. You know what I'm saying? The good old meet cute at the market. You know what I'm saying? They make eye contact, like, oh my god, and then she's like, oh my god, but then she has to walk away.
Yeah, she's busy.
Yeah, she's busy. And he follows her down, which is fucking weird. Don't do that.
That too. The following.
You know what I mean? When he did that, I was like, oh my god, this fucking So he follows her down and looks for her, and he stumbles into a session for the Songaimiki. And what is it? Cena is in there with her cousin who's getting the Songaimiki, and you look, and it's Robbie Magasiva. He's introduced into the movie as the Kufanga.
Michael.
Yeah, Mikaele. And, he's the Kufanga, the tattoo artist who's given the Songaimiki. And what's his name? Jake comes in and he's just watching. You know what I'm saying? He's watching, and he's like, he's very taken by what's going on in there. And then he asks him, right? Doesn't he ask him? He's like, is there healing? Like,
Yeah.
what does this do? Yeah.
Some sort of medical properties for that tattoo.
Exactly. And then that's when they say, that's when he tells them, like, no, we get this Behr. They call it the Behr throughout the whole thing, but they get the Behr to honor the spirits who came before you, right? The paint changes you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it changes
You embrace it.
Yeah, you embrace it.
Feel it.
Yeah. So after their whole interaction, Jake is leaving and he looks at one of the tools, right? They have a whole like collection of tools right there on display. Right?
Little showcase, yep.
Yeah, a little showcase. And Jake commits the fucking sin.
What the hell?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
who does this?
Caucasians and homies, they do that. They don't ever know when the hell to give up.
Privileged.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you think you can just come into this country, right? You can just take whatever the hell you want. So he's looking at the display case, and then he sees one of the tools, and
opens the display case.
Yeah, and just yank. Yeah,
yank.
I'll just borrow this for a little bit.
What the hell?
You know what I'm saying? So as he's leaving, as he's making his way out, he runs into the man who he was hired by to tattoo his son.
Yeah.
And what is it? He runs into him, physically runs into him, or he just drops his bag.
The dad comes across the street and he's like, "Your tattoo failed."
Yeah.
And he runs over at him. He's crying like his son, I'm assuming, died. Because he's over here trying to beat the shit out of Jake. And he's like, "You lied to me. You said he was going to be okay. You said your tattoo would work." And he pushes him down on the ground. Jake's tattoo case goes on the ground. Everything comes out flying all over the place. He's quickly trying to scramble everything up so he can get out there. And he I called it a tapper. It's like a auta. Um, but the owl that he stole, he tries to grab it. He cuts the middle of like his palm.
Yeah.
And really gets it in there. But he's cleaning everything up. The dad's like, "Get out of here before I kill you."
Mm-hmm.
And Jake goes away. But this is really important. We just stabbed ourselves with a stolen cultural artifact.
Right.
It's about to go down.
Yeah, because dumbass Jake can't keep his hands to himself.
Also, you deserve everything that happens to you from this point, Jake.
You know what I'm saying? Friggin' idiot, bro. Friggin' idiot. So from then on, after he gets banged on by the dad, he goes home. He's still in Singapore at this point, right? You know, at the beginning when he wakes up showing ass, is he in Singapore?
I think so.
So he's like a drifter. Like he'll go to different countries and learn different styles. Okay.
Take different styles. That's another thing that people talk about during the movie is like, oh, you're here to steal our style.
Yeah.
Steal our designs.
Mm-hmm.
So they're really like super hesitant to like trust this guy. Good point.
That's a great metaphor. That's a great metaphor for history. You know what I'm saying? The Caucasians, they don't know how to keep their hands to themselves. You know what I'm saying? So,
see your nearest museum.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. Fucking piece of shit. So from then on, he goes back to where he's where he lives at or whatever, and then he starts having visions. Right?
Yep.
He starts having visions of like there's different things going on, and one of them is like he'll see somebody on their stomach. You know what I'm saying? Getting the whole Songaimiki and stuff. But then when it shows that it's him doing the tattooing. You know what I'm saying? It's him, right? Yeah, like he envisions himself doing it, and it's supposed to be very scary, and I'm just like,
It's just weird, like jumping back, like perspective, like who is this, switching places, but very dreamy, kind of like our dreams are just like, don't make sense, but just going through it. But yeah, we're seeing these flashes of different things, and then he wakes up, and there's a shot of like the stolen tool on his counter, and a tapping sound in the back.
Oh god!
And you see the tool like just like flick just a little bit by itself on the counter. It's like moving, like it's alive, or someone's trying to get it to use it. So I thought that was cool, but I was like, okay, let's get a little more scary. Let's go. Come on, guys. That's a little creepy. That's cool, but
you know what I'm saying? It's got to ramp up at some point, right?
I thought.
Yeah.
But now he's like, I don't know if he is more trying to just get away from this tool, or I think it's more to see Cena again. Right. But he flies to New Zealand.
Yeah.
Like he's like, let me go find her. He gets into a cab outside the airport in New Zealand, and he's like, Talofa. And the cab driver is like, it's Skiora. Some of us were actually born here.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, dog.
Yeah, get him. Get this idiot.
Oh, you thought it was all Samoans here, but he goes to a friend's tattoo parlor, Crash. Older English guy, played by Michael Hurst. I think he produced like some shows recently. But he's like the owner of a tattoo shop. He's gonna give Jake a place to live. Jake's gonna work in his shop while they try to find a group of Samoan tattoo artists, which he laughs at because he's like, oh, okay, that's sure, I'll just find needle in a haystack. There's so many Samoan tattoo artists. Samoans invented the word for tattoo. And this was, I thought, like the best and most accurate cultural piece that they put in. He says, did you know Samoans invented the word tattoo? And then he says, or Fijians or something. Because I think we got it from Fijians, actually. I could be very wrong, but we definitely like specialized in it. But I think I read that there were 2 Fijian sisters, or like in the myths or legends, that brought the art to us, and then we kind of learned it put our own style on it, perfected it for us, and then kept it going.
Let's just steal from each other. We could
Let's
just steal from each other.
share.
When we do it with other people, it's sharing. But if you're not of the culture, you're stealing. What a great message, Crash.
We're sharing. So Jake's up in his new apartment.
Yeah.
His hand is still bleeding.
Yeah.
Like his hand, he unwraps the bandage on his hand. I think he has that bandage on the entire movie.
Yeah. He has the same clothes on the entire movie. Did this shit take place within like 2-3 days? Like, it was really the same shit.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it was super quick because things start going crazy.
Yeah.
But now that he sees the cut is like not blood, but black ink.
Yeah, it's ink coming out of his hand.
So he's trying to wash it off into the sink, and you see the ink kind of move and transform into like a Samoan tattoo designs.
Yeah.
As it's circling the drain, and he's seeing it. It's a little weird. We get our first glimpse of the scary, all blacked out ink monster figure in the mirror.
Yeah.
That will be like the spirit of the demon that has been unleashed.
Yeah,
but
he looks like a blacked out boogeyman from wrestling. Saying that before, he looks just like him, bro. With the necklace and everything, bro.
Yo, what was that guy's name? Finn Balor, or like the wrestling one?
Oh,
I feel like
So Finn Balor is someone else completely. Boogeyman was another dude. Was a different dude.
Did he die?
I don't know.
I'm thinking like Bray Wyatt. No,
Bray Wyatt passed. Yeah.
Okay.
Rest in peace to Bray Wyatt,
bro. Yeah, we see the man in the mirror. I'm sorry, I tried.
Yeah, that's cool, bro.
And then we start getting into Jake kind of doing these tattoos on different clients that are coming in. We got a like Italian man with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
We got a old man fully tatted out. He's like, just make some space. Go ahead, get in here.
Yeah.
Do some more tattoos.
Just move the other ones around.
Yeah.
Like, okay, guy.
A girl named Victoria shows up into the shop.
She pissed me off, bro. She was annoying as hell, bro.
Yo, this girl. Yeah, exactly. Annoying.
Annoying as hell. So she comes in with her cousin, and she's asking Jake to give him a tattoo because she had heard about him through Crash. You know what I'm saying? Crash is putting him on his pedestal like he's the next big thing.
Yeah.
And what is it? Victoria's just like fucking with shit. She's just super annoying. She's hella loud and shit.
Loud, grabbing stuff that's not hers, sitting on the desk, just doing whatever she feels like.
Yeah.
He gets a tattoo on the cousin's like heart chest area.
Yeah.
And explains like what it's supposed to do, yada yada. And then when the cousin gets up, Victoria hops in the seat and she's like, I want a tattoo too. Yeah. She starts like pulling down her pants and she wants it like under her belly button, above her area. So she tells him she's a Capricorn or something and go for it. Whatever you want to do. So
straight gives her the goat. Straight tattoos a goat.
Jake gives her the Puka Nakua tattoo, a full-on goat.
Oh, damn! Yeah.
But yeah, she likes it. She's like, all right, well, gives him a little flirty words. Crash shows up. He's like, hey, stop bothering him. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And then he lets Jake know that, hey, I found the Samoans that you're looking for. And sends him to the swap meet, the flea market.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Market area where Alapati, Robbie Magasiva has a tattoo shop, tattoo room, one of the market stalls or places there.
Yeah.
So Jake heads over.
Well, yeah, when he gets to the market, right? Like that's when the visions have started already, and then the noises have started, the sounds. He like throughout the movie. Yeah, you learn that throughout the movie. Anybody affected by the spirit, by the man in the mirror, they'll see the visions, and they'll start hearing the. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be super creepy as shit. So he starts hearing it, but then you see, we made that more creepy just doing it. So then, bro, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, damn it. I got to do it too, bro.
So much potential. It could have been scarier.
You know what I'm saying? It could. Oh, my God. So he goes to the market and looks for Alapati, Robbie Magasiva. And then he runs into some random psychic kid who showed up out of nowhere and was just like, dude, do
you see him?
There's somebody following you, dude. Yeah, like, see what? And who the hell are you?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they literally just
plot device.
Yeah, plot device. Let's keep the movie going forward, okay? Let's just insert this fucking random kid who he had no idea has fucking powers, apparently, of foresight, and he can see things and shit.
Just filling in the gaps.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, Professor Trelawney ass. Like, who brought this kid? You know what I'm saying?
The Grim!
Yeah, And I'm just like, bro, yeah, this kid came out of nowhere, bro. So, he's freaking out. He's, it's just like, bro, do you see him following around? And then Jake's just like, what, who, what? But then before anything can happen, he gets called away by his two Samoan ass brothers, cousins, whoever it is. And then, he gets called back to the car, and then he looks back at Jake. He's just like, fuck. And then this fool Jake's like, yeah, great. Yeah.
We hear some singing, some Samoan singing, because there's a Behr being caught right now in Alapati's shop. So he gets in there and he's like, all right, you guys probably don't remember me from, a couple countries ago, but, I'm here now. That's not weird, right? Like just showing up unannounced.
For real. Like Jake is making all the wrong decisions in this movie, bro.
Yeah. He's like, well, I'm here to return. And it looks like he's about to give the tool back, but he puts it back in his pocket when they tell him that Sina isn't there. She's a church girl. She doesn't date ballinesians. So he's like, yo, I got to go find her. And he leaves out. But I think, does he get yelled at any more than that? It was weird because the other cousin was like looking hella worried or shocked.
Yeah. No, he was just like, when Jake was like, I'm looking for, your sister. It's like, oh, that's not my sister. That's actually this guy's cousin. And they was roasting that fool in Samoan and shit. I wish I knew what they said. I'm such a plastic. But they was talking hella shit about like, I don't think you guys remember me over there, but like, oh no, we remember you, dude. Like, yeah, we remember. You're the one who's bullshitting over there about the healing and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't remember them actually being like worried. I think they were like, who the fuck is this white guy trying to talk to my damn cousin?
Yeah. That's the thing. I thought it was going to be like what the hell is this guy? But I saw when Robbie Magasiva says like it's his cousin, that guy is like his mouth is open. Like he's like, what? And I'm like, just tell him no. That's what they do. They're like, hey, get out of here. She's a church girl. She doesn't date white guys.
Yeah. Maybe just the wrong facial expression to make during that scene for that actor.
Maybe, yeah.
Just,
Oh, no. I didn't even think that it could be just like wrong acting.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe,
the scene calls for
because that didn't make
confusion.
sense.
You know what I'm saying? The scene calls for confusion. But you look
no, I got you.
angry and worried. I got you. What?
My cousin?
Yeah, my cousin?
Not okay? What? Oh, but I forget how, but he gets to Sina. Like,
yeah, he has no information on like which church she's at.
Right. Okay, so he doesn't go to a church.
He does end up going to a church, and that's where he sees Sina, and she's chopping it up with Psychic Boy. Yeah, Psychic Boy is in there. And I was like, how the fuck does he know? What is this
going on?
You know what I'm saying?
But
So Cena is she's almost like a librarian. It seems like she has a whole
historian, librarian,
yeah, a whole
media collector,
a whole storage unit. Or it looks like an office space just full of photos and collections of different things. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm still confused on how Psychic Boy ended up there and why.
That's what I'm saying. There's some characters that are like, what the hell are you doing here?
Bro, there's so
or they
many...
don't explain. Or...
Come on, bro. There's so many loose ends in this movie. We can get into that later, but God bless it, bro. This movie is kind of crazy.
Yeah. And while he's there, just to know, Psychic Boy is like not using words, but he's flicking his eyes over to a mirror behind Jake. Right. Like, hey, you see the guy? You see that?
Behind him. Yeah,
you see that guy? But yeah, that was weird. But Jake goes with Cena to visit the house of a shamed family, right? The Baronessa family, and she talks about how their son didn't finish their Behr, and well, I don't know if she mentions that there just yet. But we get to the house, and Nathaniel Lees plays the head of the Baronessa family. The house is in disrepair. Like Jake asked, does anybody live here? Like it's all messed up and grimy outside, but they have to pick up these photos from Baronessa, and they eventually go into his house. And he's speaking in Samoan. Is like, why is this white guy here? Like, why did you bring this? Who is this stranger? Yeah. But Jake goes wandering around the house while the other two go and get the photos. And he goes into this room and he's like looking along the walls, and there's like 4 picture spots up on the wall, but only 3 pictures there, and one of them has been taken down. And then he notices that a girl is staring at him from a mirror. So he was like, "Oh, I didn't even know you were in this room. My bad. Sorry."
That was the biggest jump scare for me, was when
the girl in the mirror face.
Yeah, the girl in the mirror. Yeah, that part.
What the hell?
Oh shoot!
Is that a doll? Yeah, put your dukes up.
Yeah, bro.
Jake backs out and knocks a bunch of shit over and makes a mess.
Yeah, fucking idiot. But then remember that part in the kitchen when Baronessa was like, he was bending down to get something, and then he was looking at his tattoo and shit, at his Songai Miki. Looked like Jake was just checking his ass out and shit. You get a good look.
Get a good look, boy.
You get a good look, boy.
I was like, okay, is this the shame? Like, did he not finish that? Like, he's only got the back, but he couldn't do the front or something. When they talk about shame and it's a tattooing movie, I assume that it's, didn't finish the process. And I'm sure there's like a big stigma around that for like in our actual culture, Samoan culture, if you don't finish it. But I don't know if it's like throw them out of the community, don't talk to them anymore, kind of shame, stuff like that. But
yeah, storytelling device. Yeah, we get it. Storytelling device, we get it. But I mean, you're still reaching.
As Cena and Jake leave the house, she explains that Baronessa's son Lomi was getting his Behr done, but couldn't take the pain, so he ran away in shame and has never been seen again. Like, he just ran away, couldn't come back home. And the family carries that burden of shame at this point in their lives. Yeah. But where do we go from here?
From there, as they're leaving the house, and Cena invites Jake to the ceremony for her cousin who had gotten the Songai Miki.
Right.
And so they head over there. Yeah, there was like 40 plus people under that tent, it seemed like, to attend this to attend the ceremony. But then that's when we get introduced to the Uso David Fane.
Hey.
And he's playing Mr. Va, who is now a retired kufunga himself. Right, like he was also a tattoo artist, but I think he's retired now, very respected in the community. And so it shows them going through with the ceremony with Cena's cousin and his partner when they got they get the Songai Miki together. But then this part really confused the shit out of me, bro. And I don't No, I don't recall this at all in our culture. But when those two were, they were sitting down and getting blessed by everybody in there, Robbie Magasiva comes up, Alapati comes up, and cracks 2 eggs on their heads.
Fried.
Yeah. And I'm like, is that a thing? It made me question, like, is that even a thing? Do we really do that, bro?
I was very questioning that. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't remember ever seeing that. I haven't gone to a lot of ceremonies though, so maybe.
Hey,
but like,
fair enough.
when they get up and they do like the Siva at the end, I don't see egg dripping down anybody's face in their videos. Like,
You know what
so
I'm
I'm
saying?
like, where did this come from, Peter Berger? Where'd
you learn
you
that?
get that?
Yeah.
He's like, I thought it'd be a cool, chicken and the egg, which came first. I'm like, bro,
It's
what
a
is
metaphor,
this?
dude. It's a metaphor. You don't get it, dude. First
Yeah.
off, and that's actually a great metaphor for New Zealand. Eggs.
And I was gonna be like, Robbie Magasiva goes down to each of them like, you egg.
Yeah.
You're now an egg. Tossed egg, poached egg, fried egg.
All the eggs. All the eggs.
Yeah, but now that the ceremony, the celebration part, the party part is happening, Cena and Jake are kind of observing the party, and they see their, her Uncle Va, played by David Fane. David Fane with hair. That's like lots of hair.
For real.
That was different. But she's like, go over there and introduce yourself, while he's like chopping into a rotisserie pig with a machete. And he's like, I think I'll wait until he puts the knife down.
Yeah.
But Alapati comes up and he's like, why is this white boy here?
Yeah.
Like in Samoan, he's like, your uncle's gonna be pissed off when he sees this. And she's like, stop being a dick.
Yeah.
She goes and introduces him, explains that, he was a really big time Tafunga for the community. Like, everyone knew his work. He was like one of the biggest cultural tattoo artists for our people in the area, and is very well known. But now he's retired, right? And he passed on what he learned to Alapati, to Robbie Magasiva, and that's how he's now the one carrying on the art and the tradition. But they start talking. She introduces him to him. He explains about how missionaries came down and tried to take it away. But the tattoo stayed, but the people became super Christian. All while he's doing this, all while kind of walking him towards the gate.
Yeah, for real.
And then when he ends the conversation, he's laughing. He's like, all right, it's time for you to go. And then just leaves. I was like, oh, he does not like him. I thought he first started by like, it's a great honor to have you in my house. Yeah. And I was like, not really. And you find out he probably didn't really feel like that.
He's just being sarcastic as hell. Like, this piece of shit out of my house. He says it too. Like, you bring this white boy over here and you embarrass me in front of all these people. Yeah. He did not like him at all.
But as they're exiting now from this party, Jake confesses that, I took the tattoo tool from your guys' showcase in Singapore.
Borrowing it.
I just borrowed it for a little bit, but I understand if you're super mad. She's like, I'm mad, but thank you for telling me. I'll come and get it later.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of like relationship building between them. There's like a little flower scene back and forth.
I like that scene though. I like that scene with the little girl. And
the kids?
Homies. Yeah, the kids. They come up running and shit, and then Cena's just like, "Oh my," to the girl with the flower. What? No. Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my, le mer set.
So she's gonna meet him later and grab the tool. They'll probably do like another date, another reason to meet each other. Mm-hmm. Jake gets back to his apartment. There's sounds coming from down the hall. He busts into the bathroom to see Victoria in the shower. Go tattoo.
Yeah.
Crash gave her the keys so that she could get ready because they've got that party that they agreed to go to.
Yeah. Bitch, go get ready at your house. Why the fuck you gotta get ready over here? Don't you have a house? Like,
just to be more annoying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just to get on everybody's nerves. She was getting on my damn nerves. Yeah.
So she's got the key to the house. They end up going to her Aunt Lucy's place. It's a really big, looked like a really big house. Like there's a big pool. There's a whole party going on.
Yep.
We see the cousin that he tattooed, Victoria's cousin, gave him the heart tattoo or a tattoo on his heart. He comes up to him and he's like, "Yo, I want to get this tattoo removed."
Yeah.
And he's like,
Looking
"Well, you
sick.
can't be a little pussy. Sorry, you can't be." That's not how it works. You know, you gotta take that pain. You know, it changes you. Yo, he stole all Pati's lines. He's like, the pain, it changes you. You gotta embrace that.
He
I'm
can't
like,
help
bruh.
himself but to steal. He steals everything.
Yeah, but eventually the cousin gets taken away by his friends and thrown into the pool. Jake's on his way out.
Yeah, Jake just had enough of the party. He's just like, man, I'm out of here, bro. So
Yeah,
he gets into his car, he gets into Crash's car, tries to start it up, and it doesn't start. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably the work of the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So as he's over there trying to start his car up, Victoria's cousin is still in the water, but then all of a sudden it looks like he's getting pulled from, you know, deep into the water. But then slowly but surely, like ink, what looks like black ink starts spilling out of him and into the pool. And the blood,
Red blood now.
you know what I'm saying?
Ink.
Now it's getting scary and gory now. Like things are happening now. You know what I'm saying? So he starts screaming and shit. And this part kind of, see, this part got me too. I was like, bro, this fool Jake is right outside the house. How does he not hear this motherfucker screaming like that, bro?
Right.
Like he was screaming his ass off and he was over there. I mean, I get it. You're trying to, you know, get the hell out of there. You're trying to, you know, start the car and it's not starting. You're not paying attention. But I mean, he was right next door, bro. You could have went in there and seen what was going on with the cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, whatever.
But
So,
he ends up just, you know, the car eventually starts, he drives away. But this kid is like drowning. The whole pool is black, red blood too. But he's dead. He's gotta be dead. He's gotta be dead.
Yeah. He's definitely dead, right?
And then, we get a kind of a look when they pull him out of the water, and the tattoo that Jake put, the ink has now spread further around the chest, and it also looks like it's been clawed, scratched out, cut up in different parts, just like some animal came and freaking like ripped up the tattoo, trying to rip it off of him, but shredded him. Super painful. He's dead. And then we also see in like they load him up on like a gurney a few minutes later into the movie, and at this point his hand falls out, and his hand all the way down to his fingertips are now black and tattooed. Like you can tell that it's spreading. And that was a little concerning.
Yeah. First bits of like true horror, you know what I'm saying? Everything else was just kind of creepy. This part finally, like, okay, something scary is finally happening, you know, besides all the jump scares of the man in the mirror and shit. Yeah,
you can't see what is attacking him. He's just being attacked by something invisible. So definitely scary. But Jake gets back to the apartment, and Cena calls, and they set up a meeting so that they can give the owl back to her, the tattoo tool. And he tells her that he started to have visions and dreams once he took that tool. So he's trying to figure out, you know, seeing stuff in the mirror. People are hearing tapping things.
Yeah, I wonder why, Jake, you fucking thief.
Yeah. But Cena mentions about Samoans covering their mirrors at night because they're like ghosts and spirits and stuff.
Did you hear about that one growing up?
Yo, absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it. But I definitely heard that story and was scared as a kid of mirrors at midnight. But they're I don't know. Did she come over to his house? After that, she's like, "Yo, let me see your tats and stuff." They go back to the house.
Yeah,
or his apartment.
Yeah, she came to the apartment so he can give her the tapper, right? I think he gave it back to her at like wherever they met up, like a date or something. Oh, okay.
He's like, "Yo, take this, take this, take this back. I don't want it." But then they go back. They're back at the house, and they're like, "Can can I see your tattoos? And he takes off his shirt. He's like, I got this in, this country. I got this in Brazil. I got this in Japan.
Yeah,
and she's like going up his back, like feeling all the different tattoos and stuff.
Yeah.
And they are about to bone.
Yeah, they about to smash, dog. But see, like that tells right. They say that your tattoos tell your life story, right? And Jake's story is literally of thievery. He's going to different countries. He's got the Japanese tattoo on his back. He's got the little Brazilian thing on his chest. You know what I'm saying? So nothing he does is really original. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's really just out here stealing. That sounds like a great.
It's like It's like a passport. He should go and get stamped every country. He takes a little bit different. Different stamps. But she asks him, "Hey, can you give me a tattoo?" He's like, "Hell yeah, girl. Go lay down." He gives her like this pua flower with Samoan designs on the edge. And I'm like, why are you doing Samoan designs? You don't even know like what it means. Like those things are like specific symbols for certain like traits and things that you want the story to tell at the tattoo. Like he's just like some square, bird. But yeah, it's a colored in pua flower, and they ended up having sex after that. Tattoo, it's like flashback back and forth, sex tattoo. And then they're together now. Are they together now?
I guess they're together now. So they have, he gives her a tattoo, they have sex, and now they're together. So from there, what?
It cuts to this girl waking up.
And it's a old girl from earlier with the boyfriend who was getting the tattoo from Jake, the Italian couple. Yeah. Right. She wakes up and the whole bed is just filled with ink. Right. It's all black. It's all what have you. She looks over. Tries to look for her man. He's not there, and she follows the trail of ink to the bathroom. Right. It's in the bathroom, and he finds her, or she finds him, just messed up, right? Dead. Like the ink all covered, just like Victoria's cousin over there at the party, just all blackened out and blood and ink everywhere in the bathroom. And now you know that any tattoo that Jake is gonna give you after what he's done has now cursed.
Yeah.
It's now cursed you to death.
And he just gave one to the girl.
Exactly.
He just gave one to Cena. So now it's like, oh, what the hell's happening? But we cut to them. They're still in bed together. And she's asking him, if you're giving all these healing tattoos, quote unquote healing tattoos, but, you don't really believe in them. So, like, what's the deal with that? And he's like, it's punishment to stupid people. It's punishment for believing that healing tattoos even exist. And I was
what
like, what
dick.
the? Wow! I was like,
what a dick.
Wow, that sounds like he's I just need to take advantage of people so that I can have money. I don't think she really likes that answer, but they kiss goodbye in the morning. He goes back inside. And Victoria, who still has the house key, is now in there, and she's trying to beat the shit out of him. She's like, "What'd you do to my cousin? You poisoned him or something?" He's like, "He's dead now." He's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He's like, "My cousin, you gave him a tattoo, and now he's all messed up."
And he showed no concern for that at all. I remember that happening. He was just like, "Wait, your cousin died? Wait, hold on, let me call somebody."
I think he's starting to. I think he might be starting to get it though. Yeah, because. He's like, let me call, and he tries to call the old white guy that had hella tattoos that he worked on.
He's not gonna bullshit me. I'm like, well, you're gonna bullshit everyone, Jake, because you're full of shit.
He goes, he pulls up that guy's information and goes to his house, and the door is ajar. He goes in there, everything's all been disturbed, knocked over. And I'm like worried the spirit has already been there and killed this guy. But when Jake opens the window curtains behind him, he looks, that old guy is like, "Hey," and he looks back, and the old guy's already all covered head to toe, like blacked out, in tattoo ink. And he's just like chattering, like hiding, looking super frantic. Not dead yet. Yeah.
Not dead yet.
But then he tells Jake that he's coming, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" And then we start to see in the little reflection of stuff that the spirit comes and attacks the old guy and starts like cutting out his throat. Blood starts coming out. Jake freaks out. He's like, "Oh no, stop!" He tries to help him, gets blood and ink all over his hands. He eventually has to run out, and he just takes off, kind of starting to realize, all these people that I tattooed are crazy. Stuff is happening. They're dying. They're being attacked. Yep. Starting to put two and two together that, like, oh, damn, I just tattooed this girl that I really like. So now I need to figure out how to save her. So he calls her. No answer from Cena. Again, in his bathroom is Victoria in the shower. I think she was trying to cut off her tattoo, or she was trying to scrub off her tattoo, like with a steel bristle, like a stilo.
Yep.
But he sees that this is happening, so he takes her, rushes her to the hospital. He's like, "Somebody help me! I don't know what's going on." It's all ink is all over the place. It's just spilling out onto the hospital floor. It's on the gurney. It's getting onto the staff. One of the doctors. One of the first attending doctors is Samoan, or New Zealand. I don't care. That was dope. I was like, yes!
Yeah, that was hard, bro. Like, oh yeah, we got Samoan doctors. Even if it is a movie, I don't care.
And I'm pretty sure that was one of the actors that played one of the wild Samoans in Young Rock.
That's hard. Okay.
There was him, and then there was the dad from The Legend of Behr. Those were the two wild Samoans. But yeah, he's the doctor in this one. He's like, "What's going on? What's happening?" He's like, "I don't know. It's she's just dying. Help me!"
Yeah, help me.
They rush her into the operating room. It's a white or it's a white surgeon.
Yes, and first off, if you're like. You're not gonna let any fucking a family member or anybody who's not the patient into the OR, and they let this fool Jake in. I get it, it's a movie, but Jake is in there watching. So it's like, yo, kick this friggin' idiot out of here. It's this guy's fault.
Victoria is on the operating table. They're trying to help her. She is moving all around because there is a spirit attacking her. So eventually she gets cut up. They can't see what's attacking her. She's all blood, ink comes spilling out of her. She's being attacked. And she dies.
That's when they get the defibrillator out. They're scrambling, trying to figure out what it is, but nothing's working. So they get the defibrillator out, and 1, 2, 3, boom. And as they're doing that, she starts seeing the spirit who's doing this to her. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else sees it. I think her and Jake can see it.
Yeah.
Right?
Jake says, "Can't you see it?" They're like, it's like in between worlds right there with the defibrillator, so that allows her to see him. And she freaks out. Because you can see that the spirit is like tattooing with the traditional Samoan tattoos and tapping, but like not doing it to tattoo, but doing it to like really get into the people and tear them apart. Yeah. Like he's mean,
trying to murder you.
Yeah.
He's a mean spirit.
But after she dies, the Samoan doctor is like, "Okay, this is a biohazard. We need to make sure no one leaves." Jake runs. Jake bolts out of there.
Isolation protocol.
Isolation protocol. But that same Samoan doctor meets up with him in the hallway. He's like, "You can't go." And he's like, that this is a cultural thing and medicine cannot fix this. I have another girl that I did a tattoo on. I need to save her. So he lets Jake go. He understands because he's Samoan, we get it. You see another Samoan or a Samoan that's like doing something or needs help, then you help him out. Like I don't know. Let's I was trying to
Yeah, Jake's not Samoan, though. He doesn't deserve our help. Fuck him.
Yeah, for real. He's like, I started tattoo, and the spirit finishes it.
Whoa.
I know what's going on. I have to get out there. I have to help her. Everyone's dying. But he gets the ghost. He's explaining that everyone's dying, and there's this ghost, but he takes off and
he takes off to see Cena.
Yeah, we cut to where is she?
I think she's at the church. Yeah, I think she's at the church back in the.
I think he meets her at like her house or the at that church.
Yeah, like in the
in the media room or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So he goes over there and finally finds her. You know, earlier he was trying to call, but she didn't answer. But he finally finds her at the media room, and he tells her about what's going on. He finally, he fills her in on what's going on, and she asks like, how long? Like, how long do I have, or how long did they have until something happens? She was like, hours. Hours.
You mother.
I swear to God. So she slaps the shit out of him. Yeah, deservedly so. You know what I'm saying? And then tells him to stay away from her. And then from there, I guess the media room is something separate from the church.
Well, okay, so I wasn't aware that media room was connected to the church, but this makes sense that she gets to the actual like front of the church so quickly. But she runs up between the pews and stuff. She runs up to the front of the church and she throws herself down in front of like the preacher's pulpit. I think a pastor's there. Her uncle is also there, just like singing hymns or whatever randomly on a Friday, whatever day it was.
She's trying to explain to him what's going on. Like, hey, I mean, I got something. I need your help. Okay, you need your help. But instead of helping her, Mr. Voss is just being dismissive. Like, hey, this is what you get for hanging out with this Balangi. You bring him to my house. You embarrass the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only thing that I can do for you is to tell you to pray to God. Only God can help you. And he gives her his necklace, his cross necklace, and just like, hey, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You
only God can help you.
Yeah, bye.
Walks out.
Bye.
Just walks out.
POS. I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie though. It's kind of cool seeing David Fane as a villain though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was pretty cool to see. Like, all right, cool. Yeah, go against typecasting, bro, because you're usually the funny, affable, fat, bald guy. You know what I'm saying? So now
it's like the mean uncle
with
tattoo
hair.
Professional with hair.
With hair. You know what I'm saying? As soon as David Fane has hair in a movie, he's evil.
Jake, being sent away from Cena, goes and finds her cousin, Alapati, and tells her exactly what's going on, and says that I need your help. You're the one that knows the traditions. All I know is how they die. They hear the sounds, they get possessed. Well, they hear the sounds, they see the visions. The tattoo starts to grow, and then ink everywhere like blood is what he says. So Alapati's like, yeah, I want to help you, but not really.
The best thing you can do is get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get out of here.
Fuck off.
Just don't be here. Then things will be better. But Jake goes outside. He's mad. He's frustrated. Kicks over some stuff. And then he sees the cousins of the psychic boy. And he's like, "Where's the boy? I need to talk to him. He said he knew stuff. He could see stuff." And the boys, they get into the car and they go driving super fast, turn the music up super loud, and then that triggers the boys like nosebleed vision premonition.
You know what I'm saying?
What the hell?
So now the car's audio is connected to the spirit world? Is that how it's going in there?
It's just his own personal thing. Louder!
Yeah, for real.
Louder!
Pump it. Louder! Pump it. Louder! Bruh, I'm telling you, bruh. I swear to God.
What's happening?
You know what
the
I'm
kid has
I just want to throw this in there, too. He hustled the shit out of Jake, deservedly so. It was just like, bro, yeah, I can help you out, but I want $50 each for the three of us.
And then, $150, and he gets like a connection to the spirit that's doing this stuff. The kid starts speaking in like Samoan and telling him like, "Oh, I want my revenge. I need this to happen. I need to destroy all these people."
Is that what the spirit says when Psychic Boy goes to the other dimension? You know how he gets possessed by it and then he starts speaking Samoan. Did you understand what he was saying? The only thing I got was Fia Fasioki. I was like,
I want to kill people.
I want to kill people.
I want to kill people. Yeah, I didn't catch the whole thing word by word, but the gist I got was that he was like, the spirit was mad and he was like trying to explain why he was doing But it's in Samoan to white American Jake, so he doesn't understand what that means. Well, what did he say? What did he say? It's like,
does it work like that?
Bring
Give me
him
another
back.
$50. Yeah, bring it back.
It doesn't work like that. Pay me.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
But now he knows that, this is a spirit and it's evil, and he can't do it by himself. So he goes to the church where everyone's praying. It was a Sunday service. It looked like a full service.
Yeah.
And as soon as he walks in, everyone turns in the pews and looks at him running down the aisle. And he goes up and he's like, he's talking to David Fane. He's talking to Uncle Vaughn. He's like, yo, you're a legendary professional. I just need, your help to try to take care of her, because an angry spirit is using me to kill people.
Yeah.
And Uncle Vaughn's like, no, stay away from this guy. He's no good. But, Cena slips out of her pew and she goes up and she hugs him. And as they're like stomach to stomach, he lifts up the back of her shirt to like show the tattoo that has been slowly growing and more ink. And he's like, does anyone recognize these designs? If we can use that information, we can use that information to try to figure out what's going on. But it's a specific design that families use, so hopefully we can try to pinpoint it down to a certain family.
Cut to a shot. Right? Cut to the shot of the knowing couple, specifically the girl who looks at her husband, right? Looks at her husband and then looks at her husband, and the husband's just like, hey,
the husband's like, shh,
don't say a fucking word.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't do this.
As Cena and Jake are moving outside of the church, because Uncle Va's like, forget him, start singing again. He starts the service back up. But Jake and Cena are out of the church, and you could tell Cena is starting to physically be affected by the tattoo. Like, she's looking weaker. She's starting to like not be able to walk as much. She needs help moving around. We again see that same couple from inside, where the wife runs out and she's like looking at the tattoo, and then the husband comes out real quick and ushers her away. But in that time that she was looking at the tattoo, Jake looks up at her, and that shot was like also like a very intentional look up.
Yeah. I've seen
and it was
her before.
Yeah, it was like 2 seconds longer than it should have been. But yeah, he's like, I've seen her before. And he connects it back to like one of the pictures on the Paranese house, of those 3 photos, and one of them was missing. He notices that one of them was that lady that was just looking at him. So he's like, okay, so it must be connected to that family. My guy goes a little bit of B&E, breaking and entering in a foreign country. As a white man, I was like, bro, you getting shot. You're gonna get shot. Like, no questions asked. Not any of this, who are you trying to save? It's just like, why are you in my house? Bam.
Yeah.
But he's in there. Yeah, he sees that, I don't know, this part, like, when he gets in there, does he find anything specific?
No,
he just runs into the dad?
Yeah, I think he was looking. I don't know what he was looking for, honestly. I can't remember what he was looking for, but yeah, Nathaniel Lees walks in. Mr. Paranese walks in. He's just like, "What the are you doing in my house? Get the hell out!" Is this the part where this is when Paranese tells him his story, his family story, right? Yeah, lets him know about his son. His son's been missing ever since then, but then he went to, what was it? I can't remember. He went to, did he mention Mr. Va at all?
I think Mr. Va was the one that was tattooing his son.
Him. Okay, yeah. So after getting that information, Jake's like, okay, then we're gonna go to Mr. Va then.
Yeah.
Right?
I think he was like trying to blame the dad first. He was like, "Are you the reason why this spirit is so angry?" Yeah. But then, he eventually goes over to Uncle Va's house, and we go to Robbie Magasiva.
Yeah. So, by the way, you learned that the spirit is in fact Baroness's son, and his son's name is Lomi, right? Yeah. So that's when you learn that's who he is.
And they want to, he tells Cena, who's waiting in the car. He's going to take her to where Lomi died.
Right.
Cut to Uncle Va listening to some old school jams, like some Samoan disc. I don't know. And Alapati walks in, and he's looking at his mentor, and he's got questions because he just had that talk with Jake, and Jake's like, all this crazy stuff is happening. I don't know what's going on, but I'm seeing visions of like a kid with whale tooth necklace, and he's getting tattooed, and I'm like tattooing him, and it's hurting him, and danger. So Robbie goes, or Alapati goes to his uncle, and he's like, yo, he says to someone, you know, you taught me this. You taught me how to tattoo, but was anything else included in that? Did you teach me something else? And Uncle Va's like, I don't understand what you're saying, but he explains that Jake told him all this stuff about this kid that matches the description of Lomi. And he's like, you know, you said a long time ago that he ran off, but no one really confirmed that. Do you still have that necklace you said he had? He's like, yeah, just grab, I got it in the case, just grab the keys from over there. Yeah. And then when Alapati turns around, this fool grabs a telephone and smashes him in the head with it, like cold clocks the shit out of him, like shit out of him, bro. Bleeding out the side of his head. He's dead on the floor. That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. He was up against the wall like this with his neck like that.
I thought he was doing a little like twitching. I was like, damn, that fool. That's a strong ass telephone swing,
bro.
This guy is a very strong character.
So Alapati also mentioned, like, you know, there's a storage shed outside that you always kept locked up, and you don't ever want us near that. Is there something going on in there?
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then that's when Va's just like, yeah, man, we'll you know, get the keys right now. We'll go get that, and that's what he says. Bullshit, shake that ass, like your tip shits. Beats the shit. Oh shit, shake that ass, fucking. Clocks the shit out this fool with the phone.
But at the same time that this is happening inside the house, Jake and Cena are moving towards that shed. Yeah. And they get inside of it. And Jake figures out that the spirit is being held behind a mirror, and that's why it can only be seen in reflections and mirrors out in the world. So he sees this broken mirror in the back. He runs to it, breaks it down, and we find the dead carcass of Lomi Perenese. Yeah. Whale tattoo, or the whale necklace, like all his belongings. And now we're putting together, David Fane killed this kid?
Yeah, David Fane is a murderer.
To which Uncle Va comes out of the house, and he's got that machete again. He starts trying to swing it and take Jake out. All the while, Cena's on the floor. The tattoo is getting even worse. It's getting even more painful. She can't move. She can barely get up. And that the spirit is like, oh, nice, she's right here. So the spirit gets to work too. He's like, tap, 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 look all going overdrive, man.
Yeah, bro.
All the while,
she's right here.
Nice. Yeah. Jake is fighting the uncle, trying to stay alive, trying to get the machete away from him. And then luckily, Robbie Magasiva is not dead. Alapati shows up. Yeah, and he slides like a tattoo tool over to Jake, and Jake like uppercuts the uncle right in like to the side of the neck, right, kind of piercing him with that tool.
Yep. Now he's opened up Va to be, you know, attacked by Lomi. Yeah. Because I guess the only way Lomi can really do any damage is if anyone has come into contact with, you know, the cursed object. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Especially being wielded by Jake. Oh, cursed ass Jake. You know, he does what he needs to do. Stabs him in the neck, and then Lomi finally exacts his revenge. You know what I'm saying? He fucks him up.
Yeah, the dad. The dad, Mr. Perenese, Nathaniel Lees, comes in, and he sees behind the mirror that his son and he knows now his son didn't run away from the pain.
Yeah.
It was actually Uncle Va made the tattoo infected and didn't want people to know that he infected a kid because that would like take his standing down.
Yeah.
So instead, he just killed the kid and hid his body in his freaking shop.
Yeah.
No one smelled that. No one smelled that body.
You know what I'm saying?
For years.
Yeah.
Years.
You know, come on, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, the dad goes up to the body that's hidden behind that broken mirror now, and he's talking to his dead son's skeleton, and he's just like, oh, he's just so happy that he knows where his son is.
Yeah.
And he's crying. He's like, my son. Oh, I love you so much. And all the while, in like the side of the shot, in the reflection, there is the spirit that is looking at his dad while he says all this. And eventually, when his dad's like, you know, just how much I love you, and I'm glad we found you, the spirit disappears.
Yeah, he's finally put to rest, man.
Right. So the spirit is not going to kill Uncle Va, which we wanted to happen. But the spirit goes away. It is now healed, released. So how do we get the comeuppance for Uncle Va? Well, Mr. Paranessa throws him a machete and tells him, you are not worthy of that Behr. And Uncle Va agrees. And we get like a little saw action where he starts cutting the tattoo off of his leg.
Bro, down. Like, oh, finally something. Something.
At the end.
Yeah, you know, and it was gory as hell. But you know what I thought he was gonna do? I thought he was gonna commit seppuku, bro.
Yo, I thought, yo, take yourself out.
You know,
let those intestines hit the floor.
Hey, yeah,
yeah. You want to talk about shame,
you know,
bro? Now it's time for you to correct that here.
Exactly. So he cuts you know, he's trying to cut the Behr off, and he does. But then, you know, there's another shot of the sky, and you just hear screams in the back. It's freaking Va cutting off his whole songaimiki, bro. I'm just like, God. Damn.
Yeah. But we start to wrap now.
Yeah.
Cena, the tattoo has spread wide across her back. Like you can see like the veins and like tattoos go up pretty much almost to her shoulder.
Yeah.
So which Jake is kind of looking over and working on right now. The community also shows up en masse to the Baronessa family house.
Yeah.
Just like helping them clean up, helping them like take care of their stuff, bringing them gifts, bringing them food.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? Yo, y'all really hated them so much from a story about his son running away from a tattoo that you guys like were like, nah.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh no, we're all good. Come on, we love you. We are family.
Hey.
Except for the last year, 16. Hey, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I guess they're good. So
yeah, I guess they're good.
You know, there's no more shame. You know, shame's a big thing in this movie. And now everybody's good. The Baronessa family is good now.
Yeah, right? Really good. They're like the dad's outside chopping it up with the other community dads, laughing, pointing around, delegating.
Exactly. So the last scene is Cena and Jake, and they're about to get into a cab, and they run into one more time Psychic Boy.
Psychic Boy.
Psychic Boy. He just seems to know exactly where to be at the right time because he's Psychic Boy. So Psychic Boy is just like, hey, where y'all going? And Jake's like, dude, I'm going home, man. I'm going home. I don't even know where home is at, though. Where is home for you? You just be drifting and stealing from
America.
Yeah, America.
It's in America. But then it cuts, cut to the credits. And then that's the end of the movie. That's the Tattooist, guys.
That's the Tattooist, guys. Yeah, I swear to God. Bro, when I texted you last night, I was like, dude, this movie is Kinda not great. Like I was just like, bruh, maybe my expectations are too high. I don't know, but you know, I was just excited at a Samoan horror movie because, like I said, like we said, I mean, I thought it was like the first. I'm sure there's hella more that we don't know about, but you know, this is the first one that I heard about when I was young. You know what I'm saying? I remember my cousins talking about this one too. So I don't know, that was really exciting, and then to watch it, I was just like, oh well. Okay.
I wish I watched this 17 years ago.
You know
I might have been more scared.
I might have been more scared. Like nothing's scarier than real life in your 30s, bro. None of this shit scares me no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, pay taxes, bro. That's scarier. You know what I'm saying?
The taxes.
Ew. So this is.
Do you think we're gonna give this like a really bad score?
I mean, we gotta be honest, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta be honest. So you know, we'll give our ratings. You know what I'm saying, and we'll figure that out. Please don't sue us, Peter Berger.
Make a better movie.
Make a better movie, Peter Berger. Don't be putting my people through this bullshit again.
All right. You want to hit our scores?
Yeah.
You want to hit the rubric?
Yeah, we can hit the rubric, bro.
All right. Out of 2, rewatchability.
Does a 0 count? Zero's a number.
Yep.
0.
Same.
0. Yeah. I don't want to rewatch this.
I mean, you know what? Maybe I would rewatch it, but I mean, it's still out of 2. It's going to be a 0. But you know, for the work that Robbie Magasiva did, I feel like he's one of the most comfortable natural actors in this. And then even David Fane and Nathaniel Lee's all legendary and do real big work in here. But there's like a feeling like even in all the Samoan scenes, it's like not conversational Samoan. It's like scripted and acted out, and it just kind of feels that way. But yeah, I'd want to rewatch it just to like big up the Islander actors in there.
Yeah,
but it's lacking in.
It'd probably be a cool it'd probably be a cool like guilty pleasure watch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like just something to look at and be like, Peter Berger directed this. You know what I'm saying? Freaking Peter Berger. Peter, if you want a Peter Berger, get a Peter Berger. Get a Peter Berger. Right, so yeah, it's a solid 0 for me. But I just want to throw this out there. Nathaniel Lees is friggin' awesome, dude. I didn't realize how great an actor he was. You know what I'm saying? He really is good.
Oh, not just in here. You're talking like overall.
Gotcha. Yeah, overall. But like in this one, I was like, dude, he seems to be having fun in this. Like for real, just.
Gotta go look, boy.
Yeah, just talking his shit. I think they probably knew that this script. I think they probably knew like this movie is not that great, so they're like, you know what, bro, we're getting paid, bro.
Let's go off.
Yeah, let's go off. Let's go off. So
speaking of those actors, casting out of 3.
Out of 3, I'll give the casting a 3. Just. Well, I'm the only. I'm giving it a point for each Samoan actor because those are the 3 that I really love. You know what I'm saying? And it may be biased. I don't give a damn. They were the best parts of the movie. Okay, seeing David Fane as the villain is awesome. You know what I'm saying? Alapati, Robbie Magasiva, it was cool to see him in a very subdued role. You know what I'm saying? Like when we see him in Siona's wedding, he's the straight dude, but also very like over the top in there. But in this one, he's very subdued, very like, stoic,
realer,
real more down to earth. And Nathaniel Lees is Nathaniel Lees. He's awesome. So yeah, I'll give it a 3.
Definitely some strong actors. And some of our personal favorites. So I want to give it a high score, but I'm going to give it a 2 just because everything else.
Okay. Let me ask this. Who's the worst one? Who's the worst actor out of it?
The protagonist.
Okay.
Why is the guy from Roswell the freaking main character of this New Zealand movie?
Wait, so he was familiar to you? Freaking Jake Sawyer.
Yeah, I feel like I'd seen it before. I couldn't, but yeah, I went back, had a lot of recurring roles on like American television, but he was like the lead alien in the TV series Roswell. Uh, Roswell, New Mexico area 51. Anyways, yeah, I was like, what is this?
No,
What's this guy doing here?
I was gonna say Victoria because she was getting on my goddamn nerves through the whole movie, but
for sure, Victoria. A bunch of the some of the actors looked the same. I couldn't tell if different characters were different people,
right?
But yeah, so I get that too. Mainly the side characters were a little off. So yeah, but I get to 2. Soundtrack out of 5.
Soundtrack out of 5? I'll give it a 2. Nothing really stands out. I think the best parts were when they were playing hip hop music, like in the market with this other Samoans, and when Psychic Boy went into the other dimension in the car. That was probably the best, you know what I'm saying? And those weren't standouts. That just sounded like stock rap music to use for the scene. So, you know what I'm saying? So, 2 out of 5 for me.
All right, yeah, I gave it a 1. There was only like 1, maybe 2 times where I noticed that the music was like even there or worth like kind of hearing or part of the scene or affecting the scene. So yeah, as far as the audio, I give it a 1. Nice. Cinematography out of 6.
Cinematography out of 6. I give it a 2. You know, very run of the mill. I don't want to say it was, you know, well, it was very run of the mill, man. It just looked generic, very average as far as shots and how everything looked and stuff. It was very 2000s again, so that's a 2 for me.
I gave it a 3 out of 6. Yeah, some different locations. We moved around. We definitely got different countries because of the connection between the New Zealand and Singapore governments to make a couple different movies together. Yeah. So we did get some different scenes, different sets. But yeah, nothing as far as like the way the movie is shot or shown was super clean or visually stunning to me. So I give it a 3. Yeah. Continuing on to editing and directing out of a possible 7 points.
Editing and directing, I'll give it a 4. A
4?
Yeah, that sounds pretty high, right? Out of 7.
Yeah, I
just might have to change my score, but it's not a 4. You know what? I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3. Nice. Yeah, there were just some shots that looked really like it looked really weird. Especially like there was the part where him and Cena come back to the apartment and the lighting in there. That part really stuck out to me. I don't know why the lighting looked really off. Like when they go in there and he turns on the lamp and it's still dark in there, and then he turns on another light and it just looks even. I don't know. It just looks uneven. I was like, bro, who was in charge of the of this part right here? I don't know. Just that one scene. Yeah, who's in charge of this shit? Fucking Peter Berger.
I gave Peter a 2.
Yeah.
I gave Peter a 2 out of 7 because of that cousin's face in the tattoo shop. He's like,
oh,
show me confusion.
Yeah.
It's like, you need to be mad, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so we both each had one scene that made us like, okay, nah, bring that score down, bud.
Also, the pacing and the jumping around or not jumping around fast enough, lingering too long, I felt like kind of threw me off.
Yeah.
I mean, I was also like had my phone in my hand trying to take notes while I was watching it, so that might have messed up kind of the continuity of the movie. But nothing really pulled me to like stay in and watch it hardcore like that. But
it's 90 minutes. This movie was also an hour and a half. But it felt like a slog. It felt like it took forever.
Our last 3 categories: acting out of 8.
Acting out of 8. I'll give it a 5, just because again the 3 were the best parts of the movie, especially for Nathaniel Lees. They really took it over the top for me. Yeah, it was just those 3. Cena was good too. She was cool, but it was mainly those three where I was like, okay, yeah, they really brought it up. Yeah, the main character though, Jake Sawyer, I was just like, bro, who generic white goon over here.
I'm trying to think if like I'm just like jaded by this white man coming stealing our culture, and like that's making me feel like, oh, this guy's a piece of shit.
Oh, bro,
I don't even like his real actor person. Like I don't like any of his life choices.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also gave it a 5 for acting. Just there were some really good parts, at least performances in limited fashion, but yeah, overall not there. Overall, there was also stuff that didn't work. You talk about the side characters, the freaking as far as acting, the side characters too. Yeah. Writing or script out of a possible 9 points.
I'm gonna give this one a 3. There was too many plot holes, too many loose ends that weren't really solved by the end of the movie. Like, who the fuck is this kid? What happened to Jake's parents?
We don't see the Paranessa daughter other than that mirror scene. Well, I mean, we see her, but we don't we don't understand anything else about how that works.
Yeah, so he had 3 daughters, right?
Yeah.
3. Yeah. And the only time all 3 of them are together is at the end for Lomi's funeral, right? But they only show 2 throughout the movie, which was the couple over there at the church and old girl who scared the shit out of all 3 of us. Scared the dog shit out of me for sure. But as far as writing, that's a 3 for me, man. There's too many plot holes in there, too many things that just weren't solved. And just didn't make sense. You know, it wasn't a strong script, so 3.
Yeah, I only give it points just for having Islanders in it, for being about tattooing, for having some of the cultural history of tattooing in it. But as far as like how the story works, there's so many weird one-time characters that just pop in out of nowhere to kind of make things make sense, but definitely feel like it could have been, put together better. So I also gave it a 3. I was pushing towards the 2, but yeah, let's go 3. Final category, legacy or impact out of a possible 10 points.
Out of a possible 10, I'll give it a 3 also. I don't really see or hear anybody talking about the Tattooist like that. I mean, on IMDb, it's got like a 5.1 rating. So, I mean, we shouldn't go off of that, to, talk about legacy or impact, but there's I don't really see anybody talking about it in like high regard, you know what I'm saying? So, no, it's a 3 for me out of 10.
I gave it a 4 just because I knew about it. I had heard about it.
Right.
And was super excited, even though I don't know why this movie, people don't know that this movie has a lot of holes in it. But it's there. I feel like there's still a lot of hype. People are referring to the Tattooist like they've seen it or watched it, or maybe that's just me feeling like on the outside from having never seen it before. But I thought that a lot of people had watched it and knew about it. But as far as quality of the movie, I can understand why it's probably not a current freaking like a cult favorite,
right?
Like a cult classic or something like that. There's not a huge following of people that you gotta watch the Tattooist, man. It's actually really good. It's not. It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
But yeah, we encourage you to take the 90 minutes if you have it. And check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Please let us know if we're tripping right now.
Are we tripping?
Bugging. Bro, this movie is kind of crazy. So please watch it, man.
So someone's listening to this, and this is their favorite movie, and they're like, "Who the fuck are these guys? Who do these guys think they are?"
Yeah. They don't know nothing. All right, bro. Hey, this is just our opinion. That's all. We're trying to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
And let us know yours. Hit us up, please. Comments, DMs, follow us. Let's have this conversation. Let us know what other movies we can watch. But
come on, bro.
Let's tally up the final scores for the Tattooist.
Oh God.
based on rewatchability, casting, soundtrack, cinematography, directing, acting, writing, and legacy. Out of a possible 50 points, you gave The Tattooist a 21.
Oh shit! Okay.
I gave it a 20.
Damn, that's two movies in a row.
No!
Low 20s, bro. Well, something's gotta change, bro. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. So if you agree, let us know. If you don't, definitely let us know if you don't agree with us. We want to hear. We want to hear why you think The Tattooist
is the greatest movie you think ever made, or whatever you may think.
It's like, I had a big crush on the actors growing up, or
your opinion sucks.
I helped film it. Like, let us know what your reason is. Yeah, Peter Berger, I hear you Peter listening. Tap, 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 tap.
Real, tap. Bro. We gotta have a word with Peter Berger, bro. But
Berger?
Berger? You want a Peter Berger?
Get a Peter Berger.
Get a Peter Berger. Bro, yeah, man. Tap in with us, man. Tap in with the boys right here at the Polyticket Network. You know what I'm saying? For the Pasefika Movie Starter Kit. Talk to us, man. We'll talk back eventually. I'd be too lazy. I'm sorry. But yeah, this has been another episode of the Pasefika Movie Starter Kit. Y'all know what it is. Go watch the tattoos and tell us what you think. Please let us know if we're